Okay, I'm here for Cascade Media, and I am with a Miss Kashira Pettiford.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good, good. So, Miss Pettiford is a photographer. Her website is cashcreates.com, Kash creates.com. She's also on social media. Her work is very interesting, very provocative, and definitely artistic. So, Miss Pettiford, what is your background in the arts? Were you self-taught? Did you do art school? A combination of both?
Well, I guess I could probably say a combination of both. I actually did go to Paseo, the School of Arts. So yeah, very competitive school. You know, you have to
Yes.
audition to get into that school.
Yes.
But when I was younger, I was really into comic books. So
Mhm.
me and my cousin, we would always draw and copy, the characters from the comic books. So that's kind of like where that love of creating kind of started. But like I said, as I got older, I got accepted into Paseo.
Mhm.
I also went to Kansas City School of Arts for
Mhm.
photography when I went to college as well. So
Mhm.
a little bit of both, I guess, you could say. The
Great,
love of
great.
that creating was always there, but going to those schools definitely did help and kind of grow and challenge me and all those types of things.
Sounds good. Sounds good. What, if you don't mind me asking, what year did you graduate? Let's say,
2003.
okay, so actually you graduated the year I came there. I
Oh,
taught
really?
I taught there from I think 2002 or 2003 up until 2016.
Oh, really? What did you teach up there?
The
Did you
computers,
painting? Oh,
computers.
computers?
I
Oh,
was in,
really? So you would have replaced Miss Cummings, I believe.
well, she taught digital art. I just taught like computer applications.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was in room 220.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, see, that's interesting. Yep.
Yeah, but I
Right
know
when I
you
left out.
but I know who you're talking about, Miss Wendy West Cummins, and
Mm-hmm.
I know Mr. High and other teachers.
Yep.
Hey. Well, listen, let me ask you. I see you are a photographer and a great
Yes.
one. So what has your journey been like as a photographer?
Um, let's see. I really did not pick up a camera until I was in the eighth grade.
Hmm.
They had a rule at Paseo that you had to take like the foundation classes first. You had to do like drawing and painting and all of those things before you could do the electives like photography and I believe it was ceramics and computer graphics as well.
Hmm.
But I was just like really adamant, like I really want to do photography. Like I think you guys should really give me a chance because technically you couldn't start it until ninth grade.
Right.
But I was just like, I really think I would be good at it. Like, just, you guys could set the president. I was like really one of those kids who was just like PowerPoint presentation of why you should let me do this, A, B, and C. So they kind of caved and was like, okay, we're going to give you a semester, see
Hmm.
how it goes. And it was just kind of like one of those things like instant love, like just instant. I knew that's what I wanted to do. Um, I used to see like these pictures my sister would bring home. She went to Southeast. And it would just be like her and her friends hanging out, but they were taking like all these cool pictures. And I just always knew like, wow, that's just so cool. Like I want to do that when I get older. I want to, hang out with my friend and take these cool pictures, just catching us in everyday life and everyday moments. And
Hmm.
then, like I said, when they finally agreed to let me do it, when I got in for sale, I also discovered at that time an artist named Sally Mann, a photographer. I don't know if you're familiar with her. And oh my God, I just fell in love with her style, that moody kind of not pose, just shooting of her everyday life, just kind of capturing images that way. And I was just like, that's what I'm gonna do. Um, when I graduated, of course, I went into the whole commercial portrait photography type of deal.
Hmm.
And I did it for a few years, but it's really draining. I just was not doing what I loved and wasn't loving fighting for $100 photo shoots and conforming to somebody else's style of what they wanted doing the photo shoot. So maybe like 2 years ago, I just kind of quit and I was like, I'm going to shoot what I want. I'm just going to go back to foundations, what I've learned, what I went to school for, what I fell in love with photography for, and I just started shooting back what I wanted to when I wanted to, and yeah, that's kind of
Great.
been my journey.
Well, elaborate on that if you don't mind. Would you like to share what do you take your photographs with? What equipment do you use?
I shoot with a Canon. I
Hmm.
have a Canon Rebel.
Hmm.
I wish I could find a really good old film camera because that's kind of what I learned on, but it's
Hmm.
hard and it's really expensive these days. I got really spoiled at Pastel, getting all that
Hmm.
free film and free paper and all those chemicals and things like that. But yes, I shoot right now digitally with the Canon. I usually do natural light,
Hmm.
some studio sessions. I like to sneak into the Nelson every now and then to some
Yes.
shooting there. So yeah,
Let's talk about that. You have a wide range of work on your website,
yes,
and I just want to ask you about a particular series entitled "Niggas is Art."
yes,
Would you
niggas is
elaborate
art.
on that series?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, like I said, I went to school for art history and
Mhm.
photography. So I've always kind of loved studying kind of all things art based, art
Mhm.
related. But it always bothered me that, studying that, we were never in the forefront. I never really saw, people who look like me, not in the sense of them talking about being an original or being, kind of that blueprint and being that foundation.
Mhm.
And, like I said, that bothered me. When you look around today, from the way that we dress, the way that we speak, our hair, all the things that we do, it's copy, it's,
Mhm.
watered down and produced to the masses, but we never are credited for kind of being that literal foundation, that blueprint,
Yeah.
being literal works of art, just walking in everything that we do and the things that we say and the
Mhm.
things that we create, not even knowing that we're creating.
Mhm.
So that kind of series was born, or not that kind of series. The series was born from that thought and that idea that yeah, niggas is art. We are the blueprint. We are the foundation. We are what created what you see around here today.
Okay, thank you. Well, with such a provocative phrase, how
Hmm.
has your work been received?
Like you said, it's a very bold phrase.
Hmm.
I think it's been perceived well, like within my community, which is kind of only the thing that's important to me.
Right.
I have had some thoughts from outside of our community, and
Right.
they're like, "Oh, so what does that mean?" Or
Hmm.
would it be okay if I wore that? Or would it be okay if I said that? And then it's kind of that conversation of I understand that you like it and that you kind of feel that it spoke to you, but it is created for us. I'm not afraid to say that. I'm not ashamed to say that. I don't feel any type of way that I went into it for it being something that is created for
Hmm.
us.
Thank you. Well, let me ask you a question. Where can people follow you in your art journey? And is there anything else you would like to add?
Like you said, my website that you mentioned before, cashcreates.com, I try to keep it updated as much as I can.
Mhm.
There's also a link through there where I am selling wearable art. That's what I
Okay.
call it, wearable art, where there are many of my prints featured on t-shirts, sweatshirts. I'm also working in some hats as well.
Mhm.
You can follow me on Facebook, Kashira Pettiford. That's Kashira Pettiford. I know that's a mouthful. I also post my work there and any pop-ups and links to shopping the t-shirts as well.
Okay.
This is brought to you by Kansas City Business Association, working to improve our community.